To Booker. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Fires the three, knocks it down, and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled. That's big time.
It's the free throw.
So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in LA. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years, but LeBron James is in LA now. I don't know if Patrick Beverley's right on that one. To Porter. To Booker. From the painted area, won't go down. Beverley into the front court. Down 2. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
To Booker. Going to launch beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time. Beverley into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Leonard. To Beverley. George lets it fly. Doesn't get the bounce. And scores.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Kawhi Leonard in a matchup with Booker. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Booker. Goes to the right side. Booker. Patrick Beverley able to recover with the block. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
To Beverley. Leonard gets it in the right corner. Beverley buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
It's Suns ball. To Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. To Porter. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Just not going down. George, guarded by Devin Booker. Kawhi Leonard, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall. To Booker. Porter. Nothing going here on that drive. To Porter. 4-3. Michael Porter Jr. fulfilling expectations. Tough shot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Here comes the screen. Can't connect from in close. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Leonard to Paul George. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Porter. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Beverly to Leonard. Shot from the lane won't go. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Aaron Baines. It's LA Clippers ball to George. Sizing up the defense. Leonard. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Beverly into the front court. Now down 6. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? To Booker. Easy pass to the rim.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Beverly to Paul George. Short jumper off the mark. Aaron Baines with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
He gets it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Clippers have the basketball.
I'm here. I got ball.
Beverly to Leonard. To Beverly. George. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Paul George to Leonard. Short jumper won't go down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
George. And the basket good at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Beyond the arc for three. He made his first effort, but not that time. Beverly to Leonard. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. And that's rebounded by the Suns. To Porter. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect. Beverly into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Ivica Zubac trying to cash in on a three-point play. 71% for his career. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. To Kelly Oubre. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Leonard to Beverly. Five seconds to shoot. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Look, it's still early. Make your opponent work for those possessions. You don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Jay, the Clippers last year were 2 games better than 500. Pretty amazing when you think about what they dealt with.
Most definitely. But everything for this Clipper organization starts with Lou Williams. He is the stud for this team. It's the second time in his career he's been named 6th Man of the Year. And that's why they signed the 31-year-old to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
Shifting gears, here come some substitutions. Runner's good there.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. That shaves the deficit down to 10. To Kelly Oubre. Five on the shot clock. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Cleans it up. Another shot won't go either. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
To Kelly Oubre. The Suns with 4 to shoot. The shot almost.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Suns have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you.
Substitutions, Phoenix.
Here's Rubio into the front court. They lead it, 4-point game. From long range, well defended, but Ricky Rubio takes his man for a ride and knocks it down.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
The free throw good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly to George. Probing the defense. Takes stock of the floor. Layup goes down. Well done. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Won't go. Here's Rubio up top. It's an 8-point lead. Cruises inside for 2.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Beverly to Paul George. Screen coming. George. Oh, that's how it's done.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
To Porter. Rubio. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Beverly into the front court. They trail by 7. It's PG for 2. Step back jumper.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, This dude is just unstoppable.
Driving right to the basket. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim. Deep three at the buzzer. Quarter comes to an end. The Suns have the lead.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
It's the Clippers with the possession now.
Match up.
PG lets it fly. Not done yet. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Leonard to Beverly. Count the basket at the rim.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
A drive through the paint, but his shot misses.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
To Porter. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Beverly's shot no good. Porter. And the finish at the rim.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to George. Deep two there, won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Beverly. Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Porter. Second effort. There you go. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Paul George. Jumper's good.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Nothing going here on that drive. Gets to the basket and scores.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way.
Clippers have the basketball.
Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
George can't get the bounce.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Here comes the screen. Paul George to Beverly. Baseline drive. Rejected. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Time to shuffle things up.
From the start, let's do it. Substitutions. Los Angeles. In game for Phoenix.
Not done yet. Mikal Bridges. Count the bucket for 2.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Rebound taken by Baines. And stuffs it home.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Gilgeous-Alexander. The drive, right to the basket. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Good shot, good shot.
Williams across the timeline. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Short jumper off the mark. Nothing going here on that drive. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Has a look. Williams' shot won't go. It's Phoenix ball. Mikal Bridges. Can't connect from in close. Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Almost unlucky bounce. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Come on, you knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Harkless. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he's live. I'm watching it happen in person.
And counted at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the 24. Lets it fly from long range. Gilgeous-Alexander forcing one there. Well defended. Oh, emphatic slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Harkless. Williams. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Harrell can't connect. Count the basket inside.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Deep left corner. For 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. And score, strong take.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Williams. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Harkless, deep right corner. Williams can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Tough make through traffic. It's the Suns with the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
I got what you want, what you need. You know I'm on my way, baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You can get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. I live a wild life, don't judge me. In the lobby, walk in the room, then leave with the that in my fault, they want me. I ain't the same guy when I was 14. I was trying out for the ball team. High school crush was ignoring me. Oh yeah, now she me. Now I'm on the road. Shorties on my shows. Saying I'm about to. I'ma talk cause I ain't finished yet. Truth be told, yeah, I've been a man. Still gon' love me when I defend. Are you? Oh really now? Aight man, let's get it done. I got what you want, what you need. You know I'm on my way. Baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill. I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me. Baby, come ride with me. Ride with me. Baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me. Baby, come ride with me. Ride with me. Baby, come ride with me. You know I gotta give them what they asked for. Like Tupac spitting out of tabloids. I'm Will Smith hanging with the bad boys. Get it, don't up. Where I'm from, they never had much. Waters and crackers when they had lunch. Everyone quick to do it. No giving like five. Still got a heart of gold, so don't let me go. Cause I'm here for you. Akon flow like it's 06. To my whole fam, please don't trip. Love modes at it again. I'm a dog, but I'm no. I got what you want, what you need. You know I'm on my way. Baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill. I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me. Baby, come ride with me. Ride with me. Baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me. Baby, come ride with me. Ride with me. Baby, come ride with me. I got what you want, what you need. You know I'm on my way. Baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill. I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me. Baby, come ride with me. Ride with me. Baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me. Baby, come ride with me. Ride with me. Baby, come ride with me.
We got London on the track.
Hey, I need $2. With the $2. With that cool with that chula. With your $2. With that cool I need $2. I'm the new horse.
Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. Then give it back, yours again. Back to back in them Ferraris, we stay horse playing. Run up on us and I'm gon' hack. Harvard student doing my taxes, I got friends. I put rings on them hundreds, I married. You see my money and ice everywhere on them. And we each other cause we don't cherish them. But we don't leak out that info, we can't embarrass them. Can't leave the country, but I got my beef from London. These talk but see me out and ain't on nothing. I'm in the stool, I need to go get the. You got 20s, I got hundreds. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. 200 to Izzy, get my ice here. Plastic, y'all as real as Buzz Lightyear. Say, got that, don't what the price is. I don't for this, we got. Down to that. They don't check none of the artists, so I'm. Problem is you see me get it. 8212 was bracket. I might be in that Escalade, but I ain't lacking. Put that on you, act like I don't know what happened. I heard the story, be like, that was trash. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk.
I'm still under 21, so I can't. But them do my name and they can't wait. Crib came with a court and some legal officials. Cake around my neck, VS1 the crystals. Extended magazines, shuffle limousines. Before I died, $65,000 on jeans. Ball like stuff for lotion. Skirt the Testarossa. All about the guap like